Dear young people,
don't vote.
Don't vote.
Everything's fine the way it is.
Trump. That was us.
He's our guy.
Tax cuts for the rich? Hell yeah. I'm rich as fuck.
Climate change? That's a you problem. I'll be dead soon.
sure, school shootings are sad.
But I haven't been in a school for 50 years.
I can't keep track of which lives matter.
Sure you don't like it. So, you'll like some meme on Instagram.
If the weather is nice, maybe you could go to one of those little marches.
You might even share this video on Facebook.
But you won't vote.
You young people never do.
But I do. I do.
I do.
Midterms, primaries.
Every single election.
We'll be there, but you won't.
Because we're a generation of doers.
Not whiners.
And we're doing great.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Could Do Better Radio. We're always showing you where we could do better. And I have with me B. Okay. And I have Huss on the beat with me.
You didn't
What's
say
going
my
on?
whole name.
You told me to call you B.
Yes, and then what is it now? We upgraded my name.
I can't keep up with you. Just you tell us, okay? I'm just trying to do better. Tell us what your name
B,
is.
the Korean cutie.
Oh, it's B the Korean cutie because she's
Sheesh.
Korean and she's cute. But I'm pretty sure she spells it like QT, which might be an issue later.
No, it's not gonna be an issue later.
I'm just kidding.
Worry about your name.
And we always ruin Huss's intro. We're like, oh, and Huss back to Brenda. No, like that's so messed up. We have Huss on the beat.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Hey, Huz.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
How's your day?
It's pretty good.
See, we care about him.
Just at the bookstore all day.
Alrighty. Anyways, guys, yeah, so this is our awkward intro. We just do it on purpose. This is all planned, written, everything. Like, even us coming in a few minutes late, that's all for you guys. So y'all can learn to do better by example of not doing the best. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, guys, the video we were playing on the way, coming in was about old people telling you why you shouldn't vote. No offense, because I'm not ageist. I love old people. Like, that was just the video that I liked the message of the video, which was vote, even though they're saying don't vote, because I mean, all the things that they're saying are 100% true. Why are the number one voters in America like the people who are gonna die soonest? No offense to any of them, but I'm just serious. As youth, and I don't even consider myself youth because I'm definitely in my 30s, but
Still youthful.
But like at the same time, it includes all of us. This still includes me, I'm still young enough to vote and be considered somebody who, part of the statistics of people who don't vote. Absolutely. But I'm gonna go vote.
I am
Early voting already started
yesterday.
So anyways, so we're gonna use this segment right now to just kind of talk about why we should vote. I don't want to get too much into the politics of who we should be voting for because it's not my MO. My MO is not to tell you who to vote for, but to just get you to go vote. Because really, honestly, fairness is in the majority's vote. And we'll never get there if the majority of people aren't voting. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Y'all look like I'm just lecturing you. All y'all are like,
no, it's
I better go vote or Heather's going to kill me.
No, I'm just looking at it really in a serious matter because it is important. Like I think that a lot of people just go off of what's popular or whatever, or that one specific thing that they're like, oh, I love that about that person. But what about everything else? Like, and then you have to weigh those things out to decide who you're actually going to vote for. So it's a lot of thought process that really do go into it.
That's true. But at the same time, it could be as simple as just knowing what you don't want,
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it comes down to that. I mean, we've all been in elections. Well, we haven't been in elections, but we've seen like the last presidential election. I swear everybody was saying it's more about what you don't want versus what you did want with them, right? Because I didn't want to vote for anybody, but I had to choose because not voting wasn't an option for me. And I know a lot of people say that is a political statement to not vote. And I didn't mean to make that face because it might be, but I don't understand it. You know?
Yeah.
So does anybody here feel like it's a political statement to not vote?
I don't. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, you can still do something about it. Like if you have an issue with the way politics are, or who you have to even choose from voting wise, at least try to influence the public and your community to make a difference some way. But have to vote for somebody because we don't want the wrong person to win like last time.
I think it could be a statement to not vote, but not.
I knew you were thinking.
I don't
over
think
there.
it's responsible to not fully vote. Like if you don't want to vote for the president, you don't have to cast a vote for the president, but you can still go in and vote
Right.
in your local like municipalities and county elections and all that, like state representatives, all that, and that still sends a message like to the Democratic or Republican Party as a whole. Like if you show up and vote for everybody but not the presidential candidate, like, or not any of the national representatives because you don't agree with how they're handling things nationally, then they're going to take notice of that. Like if especially the key demographics that they rely on. But that's just my opinion.
No, I mean, I get
right.
that. That's still showing up. That's still you're still putting your opinion out there. It's being seen. It's being heard. But I still think that you should vote.
I'm just being
You know, like-
meanie because I don't want that to be like a political statement. I don't want it to be an option for that. So I guess I'm just being mean by saying no. But I totally agree with you also.
You know
your,
what?
your
One
local government has way more effect on you
That's
than
true.
the national
That's
government. So if you like all that data is taken in as well, like they'll see that. They'll see that. There's a lot of people just not casting ballots. But I think you should also like know the election, and if there's a chance that like if there's a chance Trump's going to get reelected, like a serious chance, then and you're been hurt and like damaged by his policies, or you're just very against the party where they stand for, then I would in that instance, like I could see somebody voting like just to not or just to prevent like what we had happen again, because I'm sure that probably went through a lot of people's minds, like.
And
Oh, there's no way he's
also,
gonna be there.
one of the number one things that I don't want to hear from people who don't vote is any complaints about the government. And also, I think this is another issue I want to bring up. The reason why I feel like we don't have good candidates some of the time is because people don't worry about what's going on until it's time to vote. By then, somebody's already been chosen. People, like, parties themselves have to change. They have to grow. And if you're not a part of it, then you're never going to be a part of that progression. Because if you look at the history of Republicans and Democrats, you know, they've gone by different names even before and have flip-flopped on opinions and ideas. You know, so although I don't believe in a party system, we live in one. So that's why I say, if you can't find a reason to vote for somebody, find reasons to not vote for another person. You know, like have some sort of influence on the influence that you're getting, you know. So I read that Governor Perry won. So I don't think that I don't know if he's I'm confused about that whole thing, because I was like, I thought we were voting for him either in early elections or on the 6th of November. So we could do better on that one. I wish we had the professor.
We need his facts.
Yeah, we do. We need professor's facts. But anyway, that's not the point of what we were trying to get at anyway. I just want people to get out and I want to go vote. I want them to go vote. It might be too late for you to sign up because I'm pretty sure you already had to do that. But the good news is, if you voted for the last presidential election, you most likely are actually signed up still.
Right.
It's not something you have to continue to do. I think it's every 10 years. And as long as it hasn't been 10 years since the last time you signed up, you should be able to vote. But anyway, so Huss, why is it important? Well, you did. So wait, are you somebody that wouldn't vote, or are you somebody that would vote? Because you did explain why somebody wouldn't vote. But
I'm voting in this election.
Oh, okay, you are.
Yes.
And so are you do you have reasons to vote for somebody, or you just have reasons to not vote for someone else?
Overall, like my politics, I try and stay independent because, in my opinion, I feel like that's like the biggest like set tripping in the country is like between Republicans and Democrats, like, and I also just the dangers of getting locked into one political party I was a political science major also, just at, like, so if you're like, why the fuck does us know this shit? So like, but there's like 3 like different types of issues. Like I think people should look at like where someone stands on the politics, where they stand on economics, and then where they stand on social issues. And they're very like, that's where I feel like a lot of confusion happens today. Actually, I think I had like a graphic if we got that. Yeah. Like conservatives are mostly like financially, they don't want the government spending lots of money, and that goes into like how they feel about politics in general as far as how involved the government should be. It's basically just the belief that like the government that governs best governs little or governs the least amount. Which like I agree with that, but there are also instances where like I'm liberal in my beliefs, meaning that I think that as far as social issues, we have a responsibility to each other as humans, even if it's just like the smallest basic responsibility. And you see stuff like that all the time, like where everyone's taxes goes to make sure like the roads are, you know, somewhat decent. Like I know Dallas, we have all the potholes in the world here, but
oh my God, so many
so
potholes. So bad.
I'm noticing it now.
yeah, like there's like taxes like for stuff like that for the common good, and that's more of a liberal belief. So that's why you see more people talk about healthcare, for universal healthcare, or even just something like Medicaid, Medicare for people that don't have the income to do it. And then like economics, like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Conservative people, they don't want the government doing much, and liberals want them doing a lot, but it gets mixed up with the social issues. Like the Democrats tend to lean towards helping more, and the Republicans.
It kind of does, but honestly, and this is coming, I don't even claim myself as one or the other. That's why I'm telling people sometimes you just have to look for things that you don't want, because honestly, I feel like all the social issues are stupid. Like, why are we even arguing over this? This is already a statement. Like, we have freedom. Like, why are we arguing over if you can take it or not? Like, at the end, like, you know, at the end of the day, I hold so many beliefs from both conservative and liberal, right? Because socially, I'm liberal, right? But I also don't want a government that's taking all of my civil liberties from me, right? Like, I don't even care about the money part. It's just like, I don't want...
I was about to say money too.
Yeah.
Right along.
Y'all are like, the money, we want to keep the money. But, you know, it comes down to way more than money, y'all. And if our society was different, we wouldn't have to look to the government to force people to do stuff for other people. Like, personally, I feel like it's a full growth that we need in our community. But now we're starting to get into politics, which is what I said we weren't going to do.
See, that's why.
We are only here to inspire you to go vote and also learn information. You know, whatever means you can. Like, just go get the information about whatever it is, whatever issue it is that you want. If you want weed to be legal, go look and see who you should vote for. If you want
don't
that,
let
you know?
that be the only thing.
It could be, though. If that is the only thing, go vote. Like, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
they
matter.
might let you have marijuana, but then they might say kill all the animals.
Nobody would do that. That would want marijuana.
You look.
First
hey,
of all,
I'm just saying. So you got to choose. You got to pick it out.
She's just trying to get me. I like how everybody's attacked with, but what if they want to kill the animals, Heather? Like, I can't stand
That's
you.
how to get that's how we get your attention.
I mean,
but I'm just saying, even if it is just weed, and for all you people out there that think weed is the devil, if you don't want you don't want people to smoke weed, maybe you should go vote. You know,
you hear her laugh at the end of that.
No, but anyways, I'm just saying, go vote, please. There was a long line yesterday at the county, whatever thing it is that we went to go vote at, and I was like, dang, there's so many people here. But I'm just gonna say right now, they all look the same.
So please go vote, just please.
And there was only one guy out there, and he was shaking everybody's hand like, thanks for voting for me, thanks for voting for me, thanks for voting for me. So we all know who they just voted for. So yeah, we should go vote, guys, okay? But think about that while we're on our next break, because when we come back, we're going to have Be the Korean cutie. I didn't know that it was that long now, but you know, be the Korean cutie.
No, don't make a big deal out of it. She
Okay,
always
I'm not
loves
making a
to
big deal out of
smooth
it. It's
this
just a
everything.
huge deal because it's a huge name. But when we come back, we're gonna have Pretty Messy with B,
Don't laugh before
the
you
Korean
say it.
cutie. So we'll be right back.
She's
after
gonna have more
this.
practice, guys.
Be the Korean cutie.
Down this road I walked before, felt like I was a stranger. Packed my bags, I was out the door. Pray I don't walk into danger. How many people here hate the flow? Say that I was a failure. Are the same motherfuckers asking me for dough. And I'm yelling I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you. And I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you. Sorry, I can't help you.
I can't help you. I wouldn't if I could. You was eating off my plate when I ain't even had no food. Snakes in the yard, I see fakes in these bars. Don't play with the great, that's a mistake when you garbage. I've been waiting on the harvest. You knew that I was starving, but before the sunshine, that's when the skies are darkest. I was loyal like a pup, but you never showed me love. Instead of holding me down, you only around for sluts. You always acting an ass, a yakety yak is sus. My passion is for this rapping, no snapping by the end. Fuck the industry like Medusa, a pit of serpents they producing. They wanna use us till they get something newer. Pimping the art for profit, conscious in a scheming a plot twist. We all need options, you fake as the eyes are opposite. Wait till I get it poppin', till I pull up in that new Bugatti. Yeah, that's when you wanna hop in.
Down this road I walked before, felt like I was a stranger. Packed my bags, I was out the door. Pray I don't walk into danger. How many people here hate the flow? Say that I was a failure. Are the same motherfuckers asking me for dough. And I'm yelling I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you. And I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you. Sorry, I can't help you.
I lead with the crown. I lead with the crown. Like a revolution's coming, I wear it just like a helmet. Your hits to me is nothing. Treading through the dark, I'ma spark it and make it sunny. This little light's gonna shine and I'll never hide it in public. You've given me nothing, but I'ma keep on working. 'Cause changing the world we hanging is always gonna be worth it. Their verses is always gonna be worthless. We can fix a lot of shit, but ain't nothing gonna be perfect. I can't help you, I couldn't if I tried. Go on and pop your chain even though I know you ain't buy it. My man, I know you ain't a rider, unless it's hanging on coattails. Hell, you're more like a spider. Venom in a viper, that shit bad for my health. In the end for my career, you bad for that shit as well. Don't be sorry, say that shit for yourself. 'Cause when I make it where I'm headed, man, I won't need your help. Yeah.
Down this road I walked before, felt like I was a stranger. Packed my bags, I was out the door. Pray I don't walk into danger. How many people here hate the flow? Say that I was a failure. Are the same motherfuckers asking me for dough. And I'm yelling I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you. And I can't help you, 'cause I can't help you.
Hey, no. S. No, I ain't had the perfect family. I never spoke to my dad, I think he was mad at me. And maybe that just played a part in my insanity. Shout out my girl and I thank God that she can handle me. Let's get it started right. I'm going through the motions, that's just a part of life. Ocean coasting out in the west because my art is tight. Your wifey Skype me, she just said I'll hold her heart tonight. I'm pissed because y'all shit is shit, but you say you want all the light. Swerve. Kids swerve, thinking you big shit because you using big words. I say, swerve. Kids swerve, we stay rolling off the top. Boy, I feel like Big Worm. It's a Friday too. Rendezvous with beats until they fried and chewed. If you from the city, I've inspired you. If he say I didn't, then he lied to you. I'm fired, yeah, you kinda knew, but now I'm blazing you. Say I'm surprising you. This guy a fool, the sky's the limit, never that. Rise until the devil mad. Razor come and tell him that. It's so good, should sell him that. I'm so hot, give hella jab. No hella jabs, propeller rap. You see the coat, gorilla back. I'm bleeding soul, make angelic tracks. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Ask me what I'm doing it. Just keep it going. Yeah, I'm doing it. Why all the best things in my life be bringing agony? Look, it ain't adding up, no, it ain't math to me. Girl, I seen you from afar and you a masterpiece, an acid beat, no games, but I got jokes, so come and laugh with me. Now what's the difference between interest and intimate? Beginning from the end, you'll figure when the pen scribble it. Forest fire, I ain't a little lit. And y'all ain't official as my 10 is, just like the Wimbledon. Been snapping lately, and I'm asking crazy just how I could prosper, but the answer crazy. The practice rate may require a doctor. My last display was not fading what I got in the pot. I pop up out of nowhere, don't go there. I gotcha, watching our moves like I'm Michael, the cycle cleaner now. They all washed, I did my job, but they don't need me now. My heart freezing, see now I don't believe a smile. They did me breezy, so I'm scheming, wow, and out. Yeah, I'm doing it. Doing it. Ask me what I'm doing, I'ma tell you that I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Hey. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back. And we just like to switch it up. We tell you one thing, we give you another, because we don't care what you want, because we could do better. So I know we promised you Brenda, but guess what? You get a vegan skit instead. Anyways, sorry, I gotta talk crazy to my 4 fans. So just kidding. I don't know. There's like 133 people over here watching on this app, and I don't know if they're fans or just really interested. Anyway, so this is my new segment, and I am super excited about it. It's called, and we can change this before y'all send me a bunch of hate mail, okay? Make America Vegan. So, you know, this is my time to highlight what some vegans around DFW are doing. And I'm super excited to introduce you guys to the Corn Dog Guy.
Hey guys, I am the Corn Dog Guy, also known as Johnny, if you guys want to just find me on my personal social media that way, but definitely check us out on the Corn Dog Guy on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes, and I'm so glad that he said his name, because he told me his other name, which he didn't want me to say, and that's all I could think right now. I was like, let me not say that, because I told him I would. You made the mistake of telling me. But anyway, I do want to get into a couple topics. One, I know that every vegan is a vegan for a different reason, and I want to know yours.
So I was before I got into this whole like culinary entrepreneur like adventure that I'm on right now, I actually studied science, and I was a engineering major, and I was a teacher and stuff like that. And I taught science, and a big part of me becoming vegan had a lot to do with the environmental impacts of it. Just when I liked. It's so crazy how much water and how many resources and how much money goes into producing, you know, just like 1 pound of beef. And it's just like, when you see it, it's appalling. It's just completely outrageous, because it's like we can be using our money and our resources in so many better ways. And when there's people, you know, like in Flint, Michigan, that don't have clean water, but we can pour in thousands of gallons to produce just a few pounds of meat. You know, it just kind of like makes you think, and it just like, it wasn't, after like hearing about these different facts, it wasn't a hard switch for me. It's kind of overnight actually, so yeah.
That's awesome. You know, my whole vegan journey was 11 years. So, like, it took 11 years. I was a vegetarian, pescatarian, and then just something last year was just like, no, just do it. Like, actually do it, you know? And so I did. And I used to work at Spiral Diner, which was another number one reason why I think I actually did become vegan. Even though it didn't happen while I was there.
Them nachos, though.
Huh?
Them nachos.
Oh my
though.
gosh, the nachos are amazing. Yes.
Yeah, everyone over at Spiral is pretty great. I've had a few people from there help me out opening the corn dog guy. So shout out to Javier Enriquez, one of my business partners who works over at Spiral Diner. He's definitely a big part of why the corn dog guy is around.
That's awesome. So actually, I do want to get into the corn dogs.
Yes.
So I've heard only like really, 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 really good reviews. So
Awesome. Yeah. No, I mean, we're still in the early stages of figuring out, you know, what we are and like what we're going to be serving and stuff like that. The menu is going to be constantly expanding, especially according to like what kind of events and, you know, where we're going to be located. Because right now we're just doing, you know, random events here and there, festivals, that whatever we can book that we can find. We've been invited to like a few private parties, but we'd love to be out like just regularly in Deep Ellum or just anywhere else in the Dallas Metroplex.
are you going to the veggie fair on Saturday?
Unfortunately, no. Our launch was, but we are currently working on trying to get out to some type of night scene right now. I'm talking to a few different bar owners in Deep Ellum right now, who I'm trying to get them to allow me to be out the night of.
Definitely.
So like a veggie fair after dark kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. You should probably. Well, before I even throw out anything, we can talk about that later. But okay, so y'all, he has a corn dog stand, but it goes everywhere. It doesn't stand in one spot. That's pretty much what you're saying.
It's actually a food truck.
Food truck.
Yeah, so it's the corn dog guy is mobile right now. We are in a food truck. And what we serve essentially is vegan corn dogs, of course. Our entire menu is 100% vegan for anyone who is curious. It's not just like vegan options, it's everything. And it's really fantastic because we don't do just corn dogs. We do fries, and on top of that, we have a bunch of toppings. So a lot of people think, okay, just corn dogs, fries, that's it. No, we actually do like a jalapeno cheese corn dog. We do an elote dog. The elote dog.
Oh my gosh, the elote dog looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one of our most popular ones right now. It's like a take on Mexican street corn, essentially, where we just take a corn dog and we smothered it with veganese, butter, chipotle corn, and then on top of it, sour cream, cilantro, and Valentino sauce.
And veganese is like actual heaven. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, right? It's like a vegan thing. Every vegan
It's like
loves
really
veganese.
good. You can put it on anything, honestly.
It really is.
Yeah.
I have a chef question for you. A
Yes.
vegan chef question.
Absolutely.
So this is a little messy, okay? Just a little bit. But there's this vegan chef on Instagram. He's called The Session Chef, right?
Yes.
And I was just looking through some of his pictures, and I noticed that he said, and I was so offended. He said, "Don't tell the vegan girls that I'm cooking for the pescatarians now." And he had a piece of fish, and so you already know the vegan culture is like, "I'm unfollowing you, you devil," you know. And so I'm like, all like, okay, yeah, I'm unfollowing too. I might not lash out, but how do you feel about that?
I think it's kind of unfortunate. You know, it's definitely a step backwards, but personally, you know, I don't want to like say anything. I don't understand why he would do that or anything like that.
Right.
But I just, you know, I don't want to hold people to their I don't want to hold people to their mistakes for their entire life or anything like that. As long as you know, just try to do your best. That's what I tell everyone is when it comes to veganism, just really try to do your best. You know, like you said, you took like 11 years to become vegan. So I don't want to shame anyone who's taking their time. Now, of course, you know, everyone's got their own journeys and stuff like that. But, you know, I think you always want to move forward. You never want to take a step back. So it is a little disappointing seeing that he was already vegan and he was like...
and he already has like 1 million. He has like 33K followers and people that book him privately. And he said that the reason why he did it, in his comments, he said because they gave me money and said it was their dying wish. And I would have been like, you're dying with that wish then, because I know that you're super sweet or whatever. And I've only been a vegan for like a year, and I feel like I'm super, I'm just behind it on a way that's like, people have offered to give me money to eat meat before.
Yeah,
I've been broke. you know?
Yeah, I get that.
And so it just bothered me. But I just wondered, you know, as a chef, which clearly you have your head on, right? Because you're like, I'm not going to judge anybody. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all go and follow him.
But I
don't.
yeah, but I'm not a fan of cooking meat. I don't do it. I don't like to serve any meat products or something like that, and I don't ever plan on doing it right now.
That's good. But no, that's good. But I was just curious as to, like, you know, another person's idea, because they did kind of go off on him underneath all those comments, but he's perfectly fine. He still has all his followers. That was actually probably about like 2 months ago that I saw that, but this is my first segment. So it's like, who else am I going to tell? It's not like anybody else in this room is vegan except for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like, Heather, we don't care. He made a piece of fish, great. I would eat it. So,
does it count if I've been vegan before?
Yes, that always counts. Everything counts.
Cool.
So if you were going to tell anybody out there, like if there was one thing that you could say to them that you would want to convince them, like, of, even if it's not to be vegan, but just to start eating more vegan meals, what would you say?
Man, really putting me on the spot there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's this is how I put it, and it just kind of like really depends on who you are as a person. Some people just don't care about the environment, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. But it's a true, like, you know, there's so many different epidemics, and it's truly an epidemic. Like, you know, heart disease is an epidemic, you know. It's heart disease in, you know, modern history in the past like 10 years has killed probably more people than all of the wars combined. And when you hear that figure, it's kind of appalling. And, you know, it's just like, that's an epidemic. Heart disease is an epidemic. And if that doesn't do it for you, the environment, it's in an epidemic crisis right now, and it needs to be taken care of. And going vegan has been recommended by like several environmental scientists to be, you know, one of the most effective causes in fighting climate change.
I actually have one last question for you.
Absolutely. Just
because I was trying to remember this. This is actually more important than the vegan chef thing. Joe Rogan actually put on his podcast, I guess, that vegans, and I don't know if he was joking because I didn't hear the actual podcast, but said that we were to blame for deforestation because of the soybeans. And then I got this from a vegan website, but it was pretty much saying that, you know, most soybeans actually go to feed cows.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was just about to say.
Oh,
like right when
okay.
you were follow up. Yeah, it's you can blame vegans for deforestation, but it's just not really true. It's not completely accurate because we are actually secondary consumers as humans on this planet. I think I can't say the exact percentage off the top of my head. I don't like saying things incorrectly, but I know that of all the food that we produce right now, all this food that we're farming, we are secondary consumers of that food, meaning that the majority, meaning more than 50%, is going to feeding livestock, essentially. So
right.
Chickens, cows, pigs.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of my segment, and it's so funny because everybody's hand went up. Like, hey, it's over. Y'all's time is up. But
One last thing, though. I brought you a gift for inviting me out, so I got you a Corn Dog Guy shirt. These are super cool. We're working on getting these sold out to everybody.
Yay!
So this is for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And we want to thank you for making delicious vegan food to help people just kind of see that it does taste good. And even if you just replace one meal, it really, really does mean something.
Absolutely.
So anyways, we will be right back after this, guys.
Change his value, works in numbers, clothes a coward, women love it, shining symbol for the subject, they need to look up to something, lying piece of fucking nothing. I don't want to save it for another day, while we waste away, we could die today, I can't stand to see you going through the pain. If I walk away, is that selfish way? Time for a brief intermission, or maybe it's time we change the channel. Shit, then again, new service wouldn't hurt either. Shall we dismantle this pretty satellite and install something more underground? Don't you dare try to give me the runaround. I want something that does not fall apart every time that it rains. That it rains. I don't want to save it for another day, while we waste away, we
Hey guys, welcome back. And we have Mike B with us.
Where's the camera?
Oh.
Right.
The camera's right here. Yes.
Right there.
Anyways, oh no, we can't see him. Oh, she's coming to move this. All right, guys.
There you go.
DJ Cam.
All right, this is DJ Mike B, which is so funny because I feel like it's weird because the first time I ever met you actually was at the Crown and Harp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like a long time ago before I even knew them. And I remember only because of that necklace right there. Because I was like, hey, I like that necklace.
The little homie, yeah.
Oh, yeah, get into the mic. But anyways, guys, if y'all don't know who Mike B is, like, what's wrong with you? And also, he's a DJ in Dallas.
A little bit.
So, a
Visual
little bit.
specialist.
And on top of that, he's been throwing private parties.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I like to keep... you know what? I'm not even gonna say the joke that I planned.
I'm gonna say. I'll say it for her. I'll say it for her.
What is she gonna say?
She wanted to say she liked to keep her privates private.
I said I don't want to go to a perverted party. No, I'm just like, no, because Brenda was like, Heather, do you want to go to Mike B's private party? I was like, no. What kind of person do you think I am? It was just a joke.
Yeah, it was a bad joke.
We did it anyway.
But Mike B does he does weddings. I've seen that you've been hit back to back with weddings. It's like past few days, right?
Yeah, today was my first day off.
Thank goodness, right?
Since Thursday, I had like 2 events, one each day, and then 2 events on Friday, 2 events on Saturday. Then I did a projection on Sunday.
So what?
I DJed yesterday.
You did a projection.
Yeah, I did an installation. We have set up 5 projectors at what was it? The Green Elephant for an event called Sanctuary. It was real dope.
It was a dope show. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
So I set up on the inside. I basically shot 4 projections on the wall.
Cool.
Made the whole place like transform into something pretty cool. So.
Okay. So actually, I was gonna ask you, what is it like in the life of a Dallas DJ?
Man, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I do like things in Dallas, but I'm mobile, so I'm all over the place. I do photo booths, stuff like that. So like every time I do something, it's different. So it's gonna be like a different. I mean, I did like I could do a quinceañera, then go do a church event, and then go do like a turn up party that plays nothing but trap music.
So what was your most like iconic or favorite time to ever be DJing? Like this was like your moment.
I mean, the first time I got on a big stage was the Bomb Factory, and it was for the DLC show he threw for the Straight Outta Dallas when Straight Outta Compton came out.
Yep.
So it was like 4,000 people in the building.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
so
what were you doing?
I DJ'd the event. So basically, I played for like all the Dallas legends that were there. Basically, like I was playing for the artists like DeRoe, Big Tuck, little Mr. Pookie, like all the guys who kind of led up.
That was a dope show.
Yeah, that was dope.
But you've been doing shows for a long time. Like
since 06.
I remember Raw Dallas. You was doing visuals for that.
Yep.
I remember first seeing you there. That's where I first met you. Was Raw Dallas.
Yeah.
I did a couple shows with them too, and then also. I remember seeing you do a couple of events, particularly on a Friday night. Y'all remember that event every Friday?
You talking about the birth of Deep Ellum?
If that's what you want to call it.
The rebirth of Deep Ellum.
The rebirth?
Drugstore
Cowboy on Friday nights.
Okay.
Mike
yeah,
B would be killing it with that garage door up, visual shining through.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was just looking at pictures.
Banging.
I was gonna send her a couple videos, and I was looking at it. I kind of went down memory lane a little bit. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
We had
Live
the livest
band.
coffee shop in the whole world, basically.
What happened
he
to
was
Drugstore
flexing.
Cowboy?
They sold it.
I know they sold it, but like, what the heck? Now I heard that they want to bring it back, and they don't want to have any live music.
They're bringing it back.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different company owning it, and they're gonna do like a 70s and 80s theme bar. So it's gonna be like, I heard really, really, really cheap drinks.
Oh
And
yeah, I
it's gonna
did
be
hear
like
it
a
was
chill
gonna be really
place.
cheap. Everybody's gonna get drunk there and then go somewhere else. For
Oh my
music.
goodness.
Even
But
more-
anywho,
even
he
more
grew
crazy.
obviously
Not
grew
me.
out of that place
I
because now
Yeah.
you're on to bigger, better things and you're building a straight up brand for yourself. Look at this new
Yeah.
logo though. Like shout out. That's dope. So
Yeah.
tell me
DM
more
for the
about this new
t-shirts.
brand. Like what are you pushing for now with all of what you do?
I mean, everything up until this point has been word of mouth. I've been blessed to be able to DJ full time for like going on like 10 years, 8 years.
That's
8 to 10 years,
amazing.
something like that. So now I'm hitting a stride of where I'm kind of knowing how to move and how to like be more efficient with my time because I'm only one person, so I need to maximize that. So making the most money as possible, trying to stay focused on giving a good product. So everything's word of mouth. It's like I'm not marketing myself. I'm just like doing a great job, and people at these events hire me. So it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
So if you over deliver, you're usually gonna get the rewards from it. Somebody's gonna see you.
That's awesome. So, as a DJ, did you ever look up to any other DJs, or did you just pick up whatever the heck DJs pick up and start DJing?
Well, I'm a little older than most people think. So I mean, I taught myself how to DJ without YouTube. YouTube wasn't even invented yet. Like it was in its infant stages. But like we're talking like 2002. So I taught myself while I was in college playing basketball in the dorm room. And I used to watch Juice as a kid, so DJing has always been in me. And we used to scratch up my cousin's Prince records and get in trouble. So that part of all has always been in me, and that's the only reason that I started DJing was just to get my hands on the vinyl. Because when I touched vinyl for the first time, 2 weeks later I bought my whole DJ set.
That's what's up.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was going back and forth from Arkansas to Dallas just to buy records every weekend.
Yeah.
And so it was a different type of dedication than a lot of people have now, just because it's a lot harder to get into back then. Nowadays, it's more of like anybody can pretty much DJ, and it's not to say that it's like everybody has that skill to get up there, but everybody can have the option to go to Guitar Center, pick something up, get on YouTube, learn a little bit, and pretty much do it, you know. So.
So what would you say to everybody that like is at the party or event or whatever it is, right? As a DJ, what would you say to those people? Like if there was anything, like a lot of people say, stop making requests. That's
No
like
requests.
the number one.
Oh. My thing is, I mean, there's a few different types of DJs with me. My pride as a music lover, I leave that at the door when I DJ. It's all about the people. And if I can't make the crowd move or the people move with the music that I like, I'm not going to force it on them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going to come in, and that's why I call that event the Fix Fridays.
Yeah.
Is because people need that fix because they're doing that BS all week. When it comes to weekend, they want to like have their release. I want to make them forget about their problems, issues, their boss, their work, all that, and make them have fun.
He may even play a little Drake.
You want to help them do
For ya.
better, right?
We all know how much Mike loves
I
Drake.
absolutely love that, man.
You know what?
Tell
A
us
lot
how
of
you
With a
people.
passion.
Tell us how you really
Oh.
feel.
With a passion.
What'd you say, Hess?
Tell us how you really feel.
You know what? A lot of people give Drake a lot of shit, but I'm the number one person to remind them that he used to be in a wheelchair. So
Right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The handicap crew, you know.
Right.
Way
I
to
wish he
support
stayed in
Mike
that
B's
wheelchair.
cause
It's all good.
against Drake.
It's all
Oh, you
good.
don't like Drake?
No, he doesn't. You couldn't catch the sarcasm? Come
Wait,
on,
do you think he was
bro.
really?
Come on,
Do you think he was really in a wheelchair?
Ultimate sarcasm.
All right. First of all, you didn't catch my sarcasm, so I know that he wasn't in a real wheelchair. He's walking now.
'Cause I
Anyway,
thought that would
so
go with the anti-Drake
my
sentiment.
last question is, just in general, what do you think about the scene in Dallas?
I mean, I've known most of the people I know in the scene now for like 10 plus years. So I've seen everybody grow and kind of get more established as like time goes on. So I feel proud. I mean, not even just from like a musical standpoint, like artists and DJs, but graffiti artists that I've known 10 years ago are like some of the best in the country right now. Like I've traveled the country with like Jared Davies and like Joe Skills and some of those guys. So it's kind of cool to like see them start to be full-time monetizing their art and spreading it throughout Dallas. Like a lot of downtown Deep Ellum stuff is these guys.
Right.
And so like Michael McPeters and all them. But as far as like the DJ scene, I think it's strong. It's a filtering process, you know, that happens every now and then. Deep Ellum is back better than ever. If we could just keep like the violence and stuff like that
we
down.
keep people from getting shot.
Yeah,
6
and-
times on the corner of the
Yeah,
street
no.
we were just talking about.
Yeah, and that's random
that
stuff.
I so happened to capture
Brenda said-
randomly.
Brenda said
Why
she
did
drove
Brenda take
by
a
and
picture of
did
a bloody
nothing.
guy?
I didn't know what was going on, and I was
She
talking
did
shit
nothing.
too. I was like, "Look at y'all!"
I'm sorry, we cut you off. We're so wrong for that.
You had the camera.
And didn't
out
know. I didn't know.
there. You didn't
check it out.
videotape.
Y'all,
I just saw
just be careful when y'all go to.
Right.
Don't play with people in Deep Ellum. Y'all don't know where they're from. We don't know where they're from. Like everybody from, I've noticed people in Deep Ellum. Everyone I've met, they're from somewhere else. They've lived somewhere else. Y'all need
Damn
to chill
Yankees.
out.
That's why they're still
You know,
going there.
Watch
we
out
have
for them
so
country
many
boys.
cultures. There's so much culture in Deep Ellum. Like there's different kinds of music. There's different kind of people. Like just be cool, spread love.
Be respectful.
Try not to do
Evolve,
too many
grow,
drugs.
Try for other things like
Don't play Nook if you buck.
Don't
Right.
play nothing.
Never play Nook if you buck.
Don't-
But if
anywhere.
you're gonna
Don't
do
know.
it, only do it
Anywhere.
because
I'm
the
an AKA.
option
I
was
know.
Juju on the beat.
Never play
Yep.
that
That was
song.
the-
Play
Just
Nook
throw that out
if
there.
you buck acapella with Pony instrumental by Genuine. It'll work.
That's
You know what?
Counterbalance.
Honestly, I've heard that and it will work.
Counterbalance.
So,
You're gonna see some reactions.
hey, okay, before we get off air, I just want to let y'all know that does anyone here know who NoFX is? Other than, I mean, obvious. Okay, they're a punk rock band, and I'm just holding it up because I'm being supportive. So in
That's
Arlington,
full
when I was in
promotion.
college,
nothing.
that's what they used to play to get everybody to leave the club. And they used to play "Kill All the White Men." And I don't know if y'all have ever heard that song, but it's
Mikey. Just play it.
hilarious. Because I was like, yeah, like, listening to it, and they're like, okay, everyone's leaving except for this one chick right here. Just even to amp her up a little bit. But anyways, y'all, this is the end of our show.
Oh, what about your social media?
Yep, tell us
Oh,
your
yeah,
social
yeah.
media. I thought it was like happening.
DJ Mike B. It's Instagram is DeeJaymikeb. You can find me on Twitter, DJ MYKEB, and Facebook is DJ Mike B. You'll find me there. Got a lot of cool stuff. Monday nights I do a thing at Off the Record every single Monday. It's called Monday Service. It's pretty cool for a Monday. It gives back to like the people who can't come out during the weekend. Maybe the service people, bartenders, things like that. They'll come through and just hang out. Kind of give them a chance to relax. And I just started doing video projection on there as well. So I had the videos going last night.
Come on with the visuals.
All right, and is there an event you have coming up or anything like that you want people to show up to other than the Monday thing?
Right. There's really, I'm talking extremely dope event called the Dallas Art Battle. This is a showcase. It's like a battle for artists. So 12 artists go head to head. They paint live in the middle of a full facility. And they basically have, they're having the regionals this upcoming Saturday from 3 to 7, I believe. And so it's pretty cool. So y'all need to come check it out. Look at my Instagram for that.
Yeah, which is Mike.
DeeJaymikeb.
Which is also something you can find. Well, actually, it's not the same on here, but this is cool.
Right, yeah. I do graphics and all
Anyways,
that
guys,
shit.
make sure y'all go out to the veggie fair this Saturday. What? It's going to be so much fun.
There will be no beef.
Literally, there will be no beef.
No beef.
People will be hugging each other.
No meat.
There's a lot of
I
yoga
can't
going
go
on
if there's
sometimes
no meat.
randomly, like in the
I need
field.
meat.
So I made a post, a vegan kind of post the other day. I like to share with you guys. And this is like 4 a.m. as I'm getting like corned beef out of the pot and about to cook it. And I thought to myself, I know, right? It's so good though. I thought to me, it had cabbage and corn, it had cabbage and carrots in there too. So, but it's like, do you know the Me Too movement?
Yeah, I do. Oh my God, I feel like this is gonna be so offensive. Go ahead.
No. Like I just thought about it. Like, why hasn't any vegan or vegetarian came up with the meat ew movement? Like,
Meet you? Oh my God, that's exactly great.
No,
you know what, y'all?
We're gonna patent that.
We can
We're
do
gonna
better
patent
radio.
that. Might be. I get
Y'all are gonna get made fun of so bad.
Ewy or just you?
EWW.
Oh wait, is that rude to make fun of the Me Too thing?
Nope.
I don't know. It's too much for my brain to comprehend right now. We're not trying to be offensive.
I don't know.
Refer the hate mail to Mike B.
Don't touch my meat without my permission.
Heather have a meltdown live. This is pretty awesome.
Don't touch my meat without
Your
permission.
Yeah, see, that could really be.
my God.
That could be
Are
really
we
be
being
a male
offensive?
thing.
It could be a
Male
male
rape,
thing.
you
Don't
know.
touch my meat without
Shout out to
permission.
Terry Crews.
First of all, stop trying. You know what?
Shout
I'm
out
not
to
to
Terry
lash
Crews.
out at you in a really.
Don't
You know
touch
what?
it.
We
Nobody's
gotta end this
listening.
show right now.
It went somewhere else.
Okay.
If I go missing, look for Heather.
We are
J.
not
She
making
drives
this
a
about men.
gray
Bye, y'all.
Fuck
Be the
that.
Korean.
Sorry.
Well, this
All right,
is
guys.
still women's
Heather. Mike
a month for like the Battered Women's Month, I
Cuss
believe.
on the beat.
So,
Oh, is it?
Yeah, October.
Say toodles.
All right, guys, we gotta go. We'll see y'all next week. Toodles.
Bye.